What is going on, Cubs fam? We are back for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. The next round of requirements for Galactic Legends are upon us. And right before we get those requirements, which I think is going to be either later today or more likely later tomorrow at some point in time, I wanted to tell you guys about a revelation I had. I am pretty freaking sure that I have an idea of where they're going with the Jedi Master Luke requirements, maybe with the Sith Eternal Emperor Palpatine requirements, but Jedi Master Luke in particular, I think the writing is on the wall for at least one character. Now, a lot of people, as we looked at the requirements here for Jedi Master Luke, you had Jedi Knight Luke in those requirements. And when you contrast that to Palpatine, it doesn't seem very fair because there's just no character that compares to that. If you are a newer player in this game, you are not going to, be able to get to Jedi Master Luke anytime soon because there's so many legendary characters needed. And so part of me thought, that does seem really imbalanced. Who's going to offset that? But what if they are actually offsetting that grind within the requirements of Jedi Master Luke himself instead of trying to find an equivalent character for Palpatine? Let me show you what I mean by this. So if you look at the current prerequisites, the first round of 5, you had C-3PO in the requirements. Now C-3PO, of course, was also needed for Jedi Knight Luke. You needed him only at Relic 3, I believe, so all you had to do is bump him up a couple Relic levels. Not really the end of the world. The second round of requirements followed suit. We had, of course, Chewbacca needed in there as well. Chewbacca was needed for Jedi Knight Luke. He's also needed here for Jedi Master Luke. And so, what are we going to see with this next round of requirements? I think it is very, very likely that we are going to need to have Hermit Yoda for that requirement. Not only because it makes sense from what they've done with the other rounds of requirements. We've had at least one character required for Jedi Master Luke that was required for Jedi Knight Luke. But consider the role that Hermit Yoda played in Jedi Master Luke's journey in the sequel trilogy. Love the sequel trilogy, hate the sequel trilogy. Hermit Yoda came in at a pretty key moment in The Last Jedi, had a very important chat with Luke, which I think really defined where his arc ended up going in that sequel trilogy. And so I'm willing to bet a Relic 7 ARC Trooper almost. Maybe don't hold me to that. Relic 7 ARC Trooper bet. All right? If Hermit Yoda is not needed for Jedi Master Luke, I will Relic 7 my ARC Trooper after I get Jedi Master Luke. We're going to do that first though, fam, okay? So I'm pretty confident taking that to the bank. Now, what other characters are we probably going to need here? If I were a betting man, here's the set that I am ready to prepare for. Princess Leia is very, very confident on my list. I am so tempted to upgrade her gear to gear 12 right now, but I am going to wait just in case. But I am farming her gear right now. Luke Skywalker Farm Boy, he's on my radar, but I'm not super confident that he's going to be there. I'm more confident in Leia and Hermit Yoda. Biggs and Wedge are two that I'm very confident in. I think it's very, very likely that we see Biggs and Wedge needed. I would almost take that one to the bank. And then finally, after that, I think that CLS is one that could be needed. Maybe. But a big reason why I don't think we're going to see CLS is because we've seen the trend now. CG likes trends with their character releases. And all of these character releases, we've had one carryover character from Jedi Knight Luke, and so I don't think we'll see 2 this time. I think we'll only see 1, and I think that 1 will likely be Hermit Yoda. Now, on the other side of things, if you're getting ready for Palpatine, this is just like, I have no idea what's going to be going on with this because they've been all over the place. You've got kind of an Empire theme here for the first round of Rex. You've got a Sith deal going on with the second round. What's going to be the third round? They could do a combination of both. They could do Old Republic Sith. Obviously, Sith Marauders in there, which I think kind of throws the whole gig off. And so for Palpatine, I have zero idea of what they're going to do. I mean, I could speculate. I could make some guesses, but none of them are even educated guesses because I think it's really wide open. There's nothing I'm willing to bet on at this point for Sith Eternal Emperor. But with Luke, I think there's a lot we can bet on, and I think it's going to be very, very likely that we see Hermit Yoda, Biggs Wedge, Leia, and then that last spot is more flex. Maybe Farm Boy Luke, maybe another Rebel of some kind coming in there. So let me know what your predictions are. Fill up the comments below. I'm curious to see who can get all 5 right. If you get all 5 right, then I'll feature your comment in a video. We'll find out who is the prophet. Who is the prophet of the Cubs fam that can lead us to the promised land of what the requirements are. We will wait and see what those are going to be. So, another quick thing I wanted to throw in the video at the end here is I'm really anxious to see communication from Capital Games on what is going on with Galactic Challenges. I really felt great about the last round of Galactic Challenges, but I'm growing more and more concerned about the gap that exists in Galactic Challenges right now, because we're seeing downtime between Galactic Challenges where they are simply not available. And CG did indicate to us that they felt good. I think they said this in the interview they did with the podcast, the Galactic War Report. And they said that they were good. They were feeling good about the 2 to 3 day time frame. Well, I don't feel good about the 2 to 3 day time frame, Capital Games, if all that means is you're just taking a 7-day event and taking 4 days out of it. Which is what it feels like they've done here with Galactic Challenges. Instead of giving us the higher frequency of those events, they are simply giving us less time to do them and starting the next round when they would have started it anyway. So that's kind of counterproductive, Capital Games. And so please tell us what your plan is. Is this just something you're doing temporarily because you're working on, fixing things? If so, I'm totally fine with it. If you guys are working things out and we're going to have a gap between events for now while you're tweaking stuff, totally fine. But if this is what you plan on doing, then I think we've got concerns here that need to be addressed. I think that's something that is really just not going to sit well with this community and certainly does not sit well with me. So anyway, again, Cubs fam. Oh, I got a dog here on my... Here we go. Belle's joining us for the rest of the video. She's been in here with me. She was scratching at my leg. So, Belle, what do you think about Galactic Challenges? Belle, tell the community. Tell CG. What do you think, Belle? What do you think? Tell them. She won't even look at you, CG. She won't even look at you until you communicate with us. So, hashtag communicate for Belle. Do it for Belle, all right? All right, everyone, thanks for joining me for this video. And as always, my brothers, don't forget,